Dear ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you to next Industry 5.0 keynote, this time special, because we will look at the Industry 5.0 in the age of time. My name is Michael Rada, I'm human and I am the founder of Industry 5.0. And before we start, let me explain to you what is Industry 5.0. It is the first industrial evolution ever led by man. It is based on the principles of systematic waste prevention applicable for industries, and it recognizes four types of waste: physical, social, urban, and process waste. It has been launched on December 1st, 2015, but its principle has been implemented already since 2013. In October 14th, 2020, the first Industry 5.0 ambassador was assigned in India. On January 7th, 2021, European Commission included Industry 5.0 in a European Union Sustainable Development Framework. And on May 6th, the number of Industry 5.0 ambassadors all around the globe reached number 50. From the beginning, Industry 5.0 principles prevented more than 1 million metric tons of products to become waste. So we know what is Industry 5.0, so let's look at time. According to Wikipedia, time is the indefinite continued progress of existence and events that occur in an apparently irreversible succession from the past through the present into the future. Wikipedia says as well that in physics is operationally defined as what a clock reads. And finally, time has long been an important subject of study of religion, philosophy and science, but defining it in a manner applicable to all fields without clarity has consistently eluded scholars. So, for many is time an enemy. For the others, it's a river in which they drown without even trying to stand up in the shallow waters. For me, it's a friend with whom I will spend all my life, and it is the biggest treasure which I can share and which can be shared with me. We speak about past, present, and future. So, how does it work? In 1971, I was born on a planet called Earth, which was named as well Blue Marble. But in 2019, this planet changed its color into gray because of the environmental damage caused by human activities. But in 2020, and COVID shows up sky again because of the lockdown. So from 2021, we started to rebuild the Earth. But the work was prepared since 1930 already. What is the current reality? As I said, I was born on a blue marble, and I will do everything to be a blue marble again. Unfortunately, on our orbit there are 170 million pieces of space trash, space debris. Pieces smaller than 10 centimeters, but if you add another 750,000 of 10 to 30 centimeters and 80,000 above 30 centimeters, you will get what is currently on our orbit. So there is a landfill, and what is on the planet itself? We dig for more, because more is the only criteria of success. More houses, more material, more everything. More is here and damage the planet on which we are living. We are living here together with 7.7 billion people, not knowing that 200 years ago it was just 1 billion. And 100 years later was 1.5 billion, which means in the last 100 years, the human population on the planet is 5 times bigger. Despite 2 world wars, 2 world pandemics, and more than 650 local war conflicts which happened since 1945. In 2050 there should be 11 billion people living on the planet, and just now please remember the last picture. We are living on a planet on which we live in 206 countries according to UN 196. We are speaking 7,000 languages. We are riding 1 billion cars, and we are leaving 9 million people a year die hungry, despite the fact that 23.6 million tons of food and crop is being wasted every single day on the planet. We let 800,000 people to die being thirsty, despite the fact that we are spoiling and wasting 347 million liters of drinking water just in California crude oil industry. We are planting our food to throw it away because the leaves are not green enough. We are storing our food and our crop in landfills and biowaste bins, put it in rivers not to spoil the price on the market. We are carrying our water in a fire trucks without even considering that the same amount of water which is inside is needed to make up just one hamburger. We are doing that on a planet where one sip of water can save 2 lives. And we are doing it from factories which have walls full of environmental certificates, and behind the wall the same factory creates a landfill or store thousands of obsolete packaging waiting for their death. We are wasting products which are not perfect for one, but will be treasure for thousands of others. We are listening to the World Bank predictions, which predicts that the waste volume will grow till 2050. In some regions, it will triple. And the same report says that almost everything can be recycled or reused, but only 13.5 is being done so. Because we are listening to the waste industry, which says it will help and it will find a solution, but in fact, no solution has been delivered, just the money and personal profits. The time is being wasted for a long time already. Circular economy concept was introduced in 1966. United Nations UNFCCC started its operation in 1992. In the same year, the Kyoto Protocol was announced, and the Paris Agreement came 2016. COP conferences 1995. Carbon emission trading just follow 1996. UN SDG goals has been announced in 2015, and the Green Deal generally came from 2013 but was taken into consideration firstly in 2020. Recycling was here forever, but it turned to a business in 1970. The ocean cleanup, which was funded by almost 100 million collected worldwide, started its operation in 2013 without delivering results. And the waste management, generally the first impression started in 1751, but firstly in 1920s, somebody understood that waste, it's great business. And we start to dig more. We are building our future on the top of a waste pyramid introduced by the waste industry, without telling anyone that building a future on the top of a pyramid is a very unstable process. Even the old Egyptians cannot build up their own future on the top of pyramids, and they have quite a large ones. So a new groundstone has to be introduced, and it's called 6R. It has a shape on which the future can be built. And how does this groundstone work? Firstly, you have to recognize that something must not become waste. And trust me, it's hard. But even harder is to reconsider what you will do with it. But the last third point is the best one. Just do it. Realize, and maybe you will find out that really no waste is existing if we do not waste. Industry 5.0 prevents waste happen. So why should you ask 5 times why if you can spend your time and ask for the very first time the right question? Education system must grow humans, curiosity, creativity, effective communication. These are the tools, and utilizing of the on-the-ground minds is the basic. We have to implement new mindset of people and businesses from wasteful to wasteless, delivering results without the need of capital investment and based on the principles of systematic waste prevention. We have to understand that everyone can change the world with the work of his or her hands, but nobody will change the world just with empty words and promises. And different is good, it's not a shame. So everything should be based on transparency, profit sharing, and efficiency. Dear ladies and gentlemen, we are speaking about the time. And we are living in a time of digitalization of our work. We are living in the age of digitalization of our education. We are living in the years of digitalization of our leisure, so it looks like that the only thing which needs to be digitalized is the man himself. But if we do so, our world will look like this. Because data don't need any light. I recognized this 8 years ago, and I decided to build another world, the wasteless world. And this is the home which I am creating. And it is everyone's decision in which world he or she would like to live. I took my decision already, so right now it's your time to decide. And if you will decide to go the same way as I do, and you struggle on your way, please get in touch with me. I will help you, sharing my own experience, and don't worry, we are not alone. At the moment, there are 50 ambassadors in 50 countries already representing the gates to Industry 5.0 and to the tools of systematic waste prevention. And these 50 countries, in these 50 countries live more than 56% of a global population. Dear ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for your time because you gave me the most valuable asset in your life. And I wish you have a nice time free of waste and wasting in all its forms. And please, stay safe.